Hello, everybody. Uh, First of all, sorry about the speed of the video the last video. I was at 1.40, which is slower than I usually listen to it. I usually listen to things like that at 2, like double speed. So when I put it to 1.40, it sounded slow to me, and I thought, oh yeah, that'll be fine. So I've noted it, and I won't do videos that fast anymore. That said, I'll speed them up a little bit. 1.2 seemed comfortable. You don't really notice it, and it removes a lot of the pauses that, because as you're talking, you're thinking, right? You're thinking about what you want to say, and it'll remove a lot of the time that takes. So, but I won't put it up to 1.40 anymore. That's too fast. Okay, on to some Bernier tweets. So this is on September 19th, which was yesterday, and this was in the, I don't know if it was the evening. I'm not sure what time it was tweeted, but it was yesterday anyway. And there's the first of 5 tweets. So here we go. Quote, Maxime Bernier says, HuffPost, quote, the federal government spent the summer making $43 billion worth of funding announcements aimed primarily at liberal ridings in Eastern Canada. How best to describe this? Pandering, vote buying with taxpayers' money, gigantic waste of public funds in all caps. And then there's a link to a tweet that says, here's part 1 of a project, and it links to somebody at I'm not going to say it because it's just somebody's Twitter account. And I've been working on Trudeau government drops $43 billion in summer funding announcements, aimed mostly at liberal riding. So it's a link to the HuffPost piece, and you can read that link in the description. Link to the tweet will be in the description. Second tweet in the tweet stream. Quote, this summer's spending blitz came just before Quebec City and New Brunswick, both headed by incumbent Liberal governments, officially kicked off provincial elections in late August. Before the writs dropped, federal ministers and MPs frequently joined their provincial counterparts to make pre-election spending announcements. Tweet number 3. Buying votes in Liberal-friendly ridings, how can anyone believe this government cares for all Canadians? It only cares about its political clienteles. HuffPost, this map illustrates the concentration of federal riding-specific announcements made between June 21st and September 3rd, 2018. That's just this summer. Trudeau's infamous, absolutely catastrophic summer from hell. So here's the map, and if you're watching on YouTube, which I guess you should because that's the only place it's published right now, is very clearly, well, it's Ontario, it's Quebec, it's Eastern provinces, it's the Yukon and Northwest Territories and Nunavut, and it is certainly not BC, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, or Alberta. And let's have a look at the federal election 2015 result map. Oh, hey, look at that. That looks a lot like where they just spent all the money. Those maps look almost identical. Look at that. Isn't that? So yeah, they're just buying. They're just plainly buying votes. Like you can't even. I don't know how you could describe this any other way. You can't. Ridiculous. Okay, and continuing. Every government, whether conservative or liberal, has been buying votes. This is back to Maxime's tweets, by the way. Has been buying votes with taxpayers' money. It's time to end this massive corruption. This is one of the main reasons why we need a new party that will be working for the Canadian people, not for the political caste in Ottawa. And then you can read the rest of the replies and stuff. The link will be in the description. So I think Max is doing a great job at pushing the debate in a place where most Canadians want it to go. I'm certainly interested in what the Conservative and the Liberal government's response will be. I think this is, I mean, indisputable is one thing, but this is clearly like, come on, guys. So Max also tweeted out at Maxime Bernier, let's see how motivated our base is. I'm asking every current member to recruit 1 to 2 new founding members by October 31st. Let's see how fast we can reach our goal. I'm betting on our members. And it's linking to the membership of the People's Party of Canada. There's a lot of people retweeting it, although not as many as I thought. I thought there'd be more than that. So let's work on that, guys. Let's try and get that out there. So let's try and grow Max's base. And this is just a little incentive, I suppose. So between now and October 31st, 2018, become a founding member of the People's Party of Canada at no cost. We'll send you a personalized certificate. Also invite family, friends, and colleagues to do the same. Yeah, if you could convince your mom and maybe your brother or your sister to join the party or to even have a look at the platform, that would be a good idea. And listen, I am being pushy because I've been watching this for a while. By this, I mean like the House of Commons and Canadian politics, and I'm pretty. I like to think that I'm pretty informed. I could be horribly mistaken. Maybe I'm not informed at all, but I think I'm informed, and I'm frustrated with the status quo. So as an informed person, my choice is to be supportive of the People's Party of Canada until they give me a reason not to be, really. But I'm asking you not to support the People's Party of Canada. I'm asking you to read about it and open your mind to say, hey, maybe, right? It doesn't necessarily matter if you are absolutely 100% behind Bernier, because, you know, at this point, we're a year out from an election. Don't make up your mind yet, man. There's enough time to really look at everybody's platform and see what they're offering and see what you agree with. If you agree with the platform of another party, then by all means, please exercise your democratic right and your principles and vote for that party. But we should be able to have adult conversations without resorting to yelling and name calling with each other. And the Liberal Party, in my opinion, has proven they can't do that. So have an open mind and look into things that maybe seemed impossible 25 years ago. Anyway, that's my diatribe for today. Here's one that I thought was interesting. So Maxime Bernier directly responding to a tweet. So I'll read the tweet that the tweet from Scott. So at Maxime Bernier, this is my first tweet. I've joined your party. I've made a donation, but after seeing what happened in the House of Commons today when you put forward your motion, you now have my 100% support. This country needs help. Scott, I agree with you. Thank you. Yes, emphatically. And Maxime Bernier agrees as well. He says, quote, many thanks, Scott. We need more soldiers on Twitter, on Facebook, on other social media platforms, and on the ground in every riding to convince more Canadians to join us. And that's true. I think that's what this video is about. We need to start organizing. And how do you do that, I guess? Well, here's a tweet from the People's Party of Canada. The People's Party of Canada isn't officially recognized by Elections Canada yet, so we don't have riding associations. We can't do that yet. And so instead, there are people coming up with ideas until we can do that officially through Elections Canada. So this is a tweet from the People's Party of Canada saying, quote, check this video by Joe Hazelton on how to organize the People's Network and connect with other People's PCA supporters in your area. More info coming in weeks about how to set up official riding associations. So that's exactly what I'm saying. And here's the tweet to the video. Now I have two parts to watch in the video, and I have not sped it up. Oh, I've sped it up a little bit to 125. So I hope that's okay. If it's not okay, please do tell me in the comments. Like one person be like speed. Maybe I'll put speed and like tell me if it's okay or not, because I don't want to piss you guys off. Thanks for watching. But anyway, I think it makes it better at 1.25. Okay.
Set up in terms of being able to set up riding associations for the People's Party of Canada. That's going to come probably later this month. But in the meantime, we can all be networking, finding actual physical warm bodies in our riding associations, be networking, be talking, and be on standby, ready to go when we get the word that we can form riding associations. So in every electoral district, there's a riding association for each party represented in that district. So I myself, along with others, will be starting a riding association here in West Nova, which encompasses Yarmouth, Digby, Clare, Annapolis, and Kings counties along the north shore of Nova Scotia. So something official will come through from either the party that's signed off by Elections Canada, letting us know when we can start setting up the riding associations officially. So again, here, I think this is another opportunity to leverage the power of this YouTube platform and get people networking and get people connected all across Canada, so that when the rubber meets the road, we'll be ready to roll. So use the comment section down below. Post. I'll start it off with an example. Just putting the name of your riding, which counties or townships might be included in that. I'll also post links. I'll try and find a link or two to help you find your electoral district if you're not really sure how to find it. And if you are, be smart about this. If you're contacting people and looking to network, arrange to meet up publicly. Last thing we need is to hear horror stories about people using this network to meet up and something bad happening. Arrange to meet up in public. Use your common sense when doing this. And what this comes down to, guys, is
So I'm just going to leave it there. And if you guys want to watch the whole video, then please do. And then this other part is important. So the last part he was talking about there, really do heed that warning. I don't want to hear anybody, went to meet up with somebody in their house and didn't come back or something like that. That would be awful. That's not how things are supposed to go. So meet publicly, make sure there's a group or at the very least, the barista knows what's going on. Okay, 450 here. He touches on some other important aspects.
People's Party of Canada platform, which I'm going to link in the description below. And when you are engaging in discussions with people, don't feed the trolls. Be mindful of the platform. It's not open to everyone, as some people have stated. There are definite things. I mean, it's a party, and a party has a charter and principles. And if you're going to join that party, you have to believe in, well, at least a majority of what the platform and principles stand for. As Max has stated, there's no racism or identity politics in the People's Party of Canada, and that's the first thing that they're going to try to paint us with. Is that brush that we're, and I've already heard the CBC reporters talk about how it's young white men who are attracted to the People's Party and trying to demonize it that way. The groundwork is being laid for a full-on attack of this party later on. People advocating things like genocide. I mean, yes, it sounds ridiculous, but I've seen it. I've seen trolls coming into People's Party social media accounts and advocating for all this ridiculous things, trying to make it look like they are a Bernier supporter and trying to detract people away from supporting the party. Excuse me. The People's Party is not a collectivist or a Marxist party. It believes in the sovereignty and the inviolability of the individual. Individual freedom and liberty are paramount in the People's Party of Canada.
All right, and so I think that's important to note. So on one hand, be safe, be smart, and on the other, know what you're talking about. If somebody comes in and starts speaking in hateful ways, I mean, that's not what the party's about. We are as legitimate as any other party, and it's about ideas. So get out there, network, do it smart, and be safe out there, guys. Thanks for watching. Maxime Bernier and peoplespartyofcanada.ca.